Hello, my friend. What if I told you that you could trigger a monumental shift in your reality? Not in 3 years, not in 3 months, but in the next 72 hours. What if the key to unlocking the life you've only dared to dream of wasn't found in more effort, more struggle, or more action, but in a secret you've overlooked your entire life? It's a challenge so simple yet so profound that it has nothing to do with what you do on the outside and everything to do with the one conversation you have 24/7, the one you have with yourself. Everything in your world begins with a word, a whisper within. That silent word is the genesis of all creation. You see, you are not a victim of circumstances. You are the author of them. And tonight, I'm going to challenge you to pick up the pen and consciously write a new story. For just 3 days, I want you to experiment with me. I want you to completely change how you talk to yourself and watch as the world around you is forced to change with it. Let's be clear about something profound. The words you say to yourself in silence are the most powerful prayers you will ever utter. The ongoing silent conversation you have in the quiet of your mind, that is your life made visible. If you change that inner conversation, you change the outcome. The world you experience is not separate from you. It is a perfect mirror reflecting your assumptions, your beliefs, and most importantly, your inner speech. So here is the challenge, the experiment that could change everything. For the next 3 days, you must assume the feeling of your wish already being fulfilled. You must talk to yourself not as the person who hopes for a better life, but as the person who is already living it. That shift in your inner dialogue, that alone, will bend time and reconfigure the atoms of your world. Consider this. If a man wishes to be prosperous, he need not scheme or struggle. He need only begin to speak within himself as if he already were. He would walk through his day with the inner whisper, "I am so grateful for the abundance that flows to me. All my needs are met. Money comes to me from every direction." He says these words not as a hollow chant, but as a quiet truth. He feels them. He lives from them. Now understand this. When you begin, there will be resistance. The old self, the one conditioned by your past, will cry out, "But it's not true. Look at your bank account. You're lying to yourself." And to that you must understand a great mystery. A lie, when spoken with faith, is a prophecy in disguise. Did not the mystics of old teach us to call forth the things that are not as though they were? The only truth that matters in the workshop of creation is the one you choose to accept. Speak your new truth long enough, and it becomes flesh. Speak it long enough, and the world will have no choice but to conform. So, I am asking you now, for just 3 days, only 72 hours, to live in a new inner world. When you wake up, before your feet even touch the floor, let your first inner words be, "I am blessed. I am successful. I am joyful. I am free." Walk through your day with an inner dialogue that agrees with your grandest vision, not your deepest fears. When fear or doubt appears, and it will, do not argue with it. Do not fight it. Simply return to your new inner voice. Calmly say to that doubt, "That is not my truth. My truth is abundance. My truth is health. My truth is love." Do this in the morning. Do it at noon. Do it as you lie down at night. And most importantly, do it when you don't feel like it. That is when it matters most. For the old self will claw its way back, reminding you of what has been. But you are no longer interested in what has been. You are interested only in what is becoming. And what is becoming is determined by what you say in the stillness of your mind. That inner voice must become your most faithful servant. Not a voice of criticism, but of confidence. Not a voice of fear, but of faith. Not a voice of lack, but of limitless power. We are told, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." But thinking in the heart isn't idle speculation. It is a deep conviction. It's the voice you listen to when no one else is around. That voice creates. That voice heals. That voice transforms. Do not say, "I will be healed." Declare, "I am healed." Do not say, "I hope to be loved." Know that I am love itself. Always speak from the end, not from the beginning. For if you speak from the end, the means will follow. Life will bring to you all that is required for that truth to manifest. People, opportunities, and seeming coincidences will arrange themselves perfectly. But nothing happens until the inner voice changes. You have tried everything else. You have waited, wished, and perhaps even wept. Now, I am asking you to speak, not with your lips, but with your soul. For 3 days, refuse to speak of problems and speak only of their solutions already realized. Refuse to affirm lack and affirm only abundance. Refuse to relive the past and speak only from your desired future. If you do this, you will find something strange and wonderful begins to happen. The world, once so firm and fixed, will begin to soften. People will respond to you differently. Relationships will blossom. Opportunities will knock. Why? Because the world is simply echoing the new voice, the new song you are singing within. I have seen this simple principle create miracles. I have seen disease vanish, debts erased, and marriages restored, not through struggle, but through the sacred practice of speaking rightly to the self. This is not fantasy. It is law. The law of assumption. The law that says if you will assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled and live from that assumption, it must come to pass. Even now, as you listen, there is a commentary playing in your mind. Is it saying, "This is true," or "This is foolish," or "I wonder if this will work for me"? Whatever that voice is saying, your world will reflect. So right now, choose the voice of power. Choose the voice that lifts you. Choose the voice that already knows the glorious outcome. And if, over the next 3 days you fall, if you catch yourself doubting, fearing, or complaining, do not condemn yourself. That is the old way. Simply return. Return to the voice of truth. Return to your new identity. Return to the assumption that what you desire is already yours. Each time you do this, you weaken the old self and strengthen the new. One morning, without any effort, you will wake up and realize your default inner voice has changed. Not because you forced it, but because you faithfully practiced a new pattern. What if nothing changes, you ask? To that I say, what if everything does? What if 72 hours of disciplined, divine speech could rewrite the entire script of your life? Is that not worth the experiment? Your inner world is the workshop of God. What you build there with your words, you will live in here. So build wisely, build faithfully, build joyfully. Thank you for being here and for your incredible support of Theory 360X. Your attention is the greatest gift. If this message ignited something within you, please help this channel grow by hitting that like button, sharing this video with someone who needs to hear this challenge, and be sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the laws of reality. Now I want to hear from you. Let's make this real together in the comments below. 1. Are you accepting the 3-day challenge? If so, comment "I am in" below to declare your intention. 2. What is the one powerful "I am" statement you will be focusing on for the next 3 days? E.g., I am wealthy, I am radiantly healthy, I am deeply loved. 3. What is the #1 negative inner phrase or story that you are committing to letting go of during this challenge? I read every comment. Let's begin this transformation together.